Welcome to 60 Minutes. Tonight's lead story regards a recent lawsuit at a local courthouse. We began coverage of this lawsuit almost 2 weeks ago, but the events sparking this case have occurred for 13 years. What makes this case so special, you may ask? The lawsuit was filed by 13-year-old Anna Fitzgerald against her parents for the right to her own body. Anna's parents, Sarah and Brian Fitzgerald, had their first child, Jessie, 18 years ago, and the family welcomed daughter Kate a few years later. According to a co-worker of Mr. Fitzgerald, the family was one of the happiest he'd ever met. At the age of 2, youngest daughter Kate was diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia. At the time of the diagnosis, the family was informed that later in life, Kate would need bone marrow transplants, and the most likely match would be a member of the immediate family. Neither Kate's parents nor her brother Jesse matched Kate, so the oncologist the family had been visiting hinted to the Fitzgerald that maybe another future child could be a match. The Fitzgeralds then conceived a child whose sole purpose was to provide bone marrow transplants for Kate. As seen in the comments of our previous coverage of this lawsuit, many viewers were outraged. Those same viewers will be even more outraged to hear that from a few minutes after she was born, Anna has been undergoing procedures to save her sister's life. Anna recently hired renowned lawyer Campbell Alexander after she learned that her parents were planning to have Anna donate a kidney to her sister because Kate was experiencing extreme kidney failure. Mrs. Fitzgerald, a certified lawyer, represented herself. We tried to reach Mr. and Mrs. Fitzgerald. They declined comment, but today we had the opportunity to speak to Kate Fitzgerald. What kind of toll did the lawsuit take on your family?
After Anna filed the lawsuit, too much drama arose, so she moved out of the house with my father to the fire station where he works.
60 Minutes has spoken to Anna's guardian ad litem, who confirmed that the court ruled in favor of medical emancipation. How did this affect your relationship?
All I had ever wanted was to be dead. I've asked Anna to kill me before. The only way she could try to kill me was to prevent herself from having to continue to supply bone marrow, and the only way to do that was to make sure my parents had no control over her body.
So you're telling us that you wanted to die and you asked Anna to kill you?
Yes, I have attempted suicide before.
And everyone else in your family was fully aware that if Anna was medically emancipated, you would die?
Yes, I believe my mother was particularly distraught by the decision of the judge to medically emancipate Anna as the state of my health continued to worsen.
This morning we received news of a car crash.
Anna and her lawyer were driving back from the courthouse after they signed the medical emancipation papers, and they were struck by another car. Anna was rushed to the hospital, as was Campbell, but he had no life-threatening injuries.
Anna's injuries were life-threatening, though?
When she reached the hospital, she was pronounced brain dead.
Was Anna's kidney able to be donated in light of the medical emancipation?
The court ruled to give her lawyer medical power of attorney over Anna.
At this point, what did Mr. Alexander say?
He said he would give me Anna's kidney.
The Fitzgerald family has been torn apart. Kate is scheduled for kidney transplant next week. 60 Minutes will continue with an update next week on the Fitzgerald family's progress.